What is up? Yo, what's up? If you're watching this on the YouTube replay, I appreciate you. The stock market is absolutely collapsing right now. We're just going to be going over my whole entire portfolio, and then we're also going to be analyzing a bunch of stocks that I see in the comments here. So yeah, hopefully you'll watch through the whole thing. I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at the market today. Literally every stock in our Robinhood portfolio is down. All the tech stocks, even Google, dude, this is bad for Google. Google at 157, we are down 4.2% on Google now. So that is one. If I was never invested in the market, I'd be looking to buy some Google, maybe, not financial advice. Let's see. Dang, Meta, we're only up 17% on Meta now. Salesforce is down 2.5. So literally every stock in here is just collapsing, and that's just our Robinhood portfolio. We can also look at our Moomoo portfolio. We're down 1.5% of it. Is it better to buy shares or dollars? Oh, hey, what up, Arcade? It doesn't matter. Um, yeah, I guess all that matters is the money invested, right? What do you think would happen in 2025? Well, it is 2025. I don't know. The stock market's not too happy. Let's actually go to my watch list right here. Let's see. Is anything up on the day? Yeah, the volatility index is up today. Dang, look, Lululemon's down 15, MicroStrategy's down 9, Red Robin, yo, Red Robin Burgers. They are a charity house because Red Robin is going bankrupt. They're like a restaurant, if you've heard of them. Yikes. Looks like the quantum stocks are down. Rumble, Camping World, dude. This is a stock I'm considering shorting. Hey, what up, Catherine? How's it going? Yeah, so the market's not too happy today. Let me actually check out our Weeble portfolio. So we are actually, don't listen to me. We're down 15% all time in here, but yeah, we're down 2% on the day. Let's see what's leading that. So look, our insurance stock is up. So this is why I like having a little bit of exposure to other sectors like insurance. Their stock is up on the day. And Enphase Energy, super microcomputer, yo, the super volatile super microcomputer is up on the day, which is quite strange. But yeah, I'm actually considering selling this company right here. This is American Financial Group. Um, I might sell it to buy like a big tech name. Like a lot of stuff is undervalued right now. What sucks is I've been really wanting to buy Ferrari stock, ticker symbol race, but this stock just doesn't go down enough. I need Ferrari stock to go lower. What do you think will happen at the end of 2025? Do you think it'd be red or green, the NASDAQ? Ooh, will probably be slightly green, but I don't know. Yeah, look at the NASDAQ, dude. Yikes. What are they year to date? So year to date, the NASDAQ is down 8.5%. That's almost a new low. We're literally just like $2 off a new intra or a multi-week low, which is literally not good. We are down 7% year to date. My Nvidia average is 130. What should I do? Yo, I would just hold on to my shares. I certainly wouldn't be selling out of Nvidia at these valuations. So let's check this out. Hey, what up, New York? He says, "Do you sell any courses?" No, New York. I don't sell anything. I don't sell a course, book, Discord, WhatsApp, Telegram. I don't got none of that. I'm just on here giving my opinion. But check this out. Here's what's cool about Nvidia. They have a huge GPU market share, 18% PC GPU market share. Their automotive revenues at a new record. They just partnered with GM and WeRide. And look at the bottom line. The net income was 22 billion. This is why I wouldn't be selling out of Nvidia. The fundamentals are still incredible here. So yeah, that's one I would just probably just hold on to them. Utility stocks seem to be holding up. Yeah, the utilities and the REITs. Like if we go to my CubeSmart right here, this is a real estate investment trust, a real estate company. They're actually up on the day, 0.36%. That's the only stock in this portfolio that's up. What do you think of SCHD new construction? What's the new construction there? I don't know what news. I actually don't know any news about SCHD, but I'd like to hear it. Oh yeah, wow! Look at their top holdings. This is very different. Whoa. Yeah, ConocoPhillips is their largest holding, and then Chevron, Verizon, Coca-Cola, Altria, Pepsi, and then they really bumped down Amgen and AbbVie. So they made the healthcare go down on SCHD. That's interesting. Let's see. What do you think about VXUS? Let's check that one out. VXUS. So is that an index or an ETF? Yeah, so Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. So yeah, if you're looking for an international ETF, check this out. You get TSM, Taiwan Semi, Tencent, which owns PUBG and Fortnite, SAP, Novo Nordisk, Alibaba, ASML, Nestle. So yeah, this looks like a great, I'll add that one to the watch list. Looks like an international ETF. And it's run by Vanguard, so it probably has a low expense ratio. Yo, Stable said, how much is your total portfolio? We have just under $50,000 total invested across all my portfolios here. So, yes, sir. And I like being transparent, definitely don't listen to me like, "Look at this, we're down 15% all the time in here." So, yeah, don't listen to me, I'm not an expert, you could lose a lot of money on a stock, not financial advice. Hey, what up? What's your favorite gold ETF? Yo, Graco, that would be IAU, ticker symbol IAU. It's literally the commodity of gold in an ETF. And look at gold, the market's tanking right now, but gold, literally today, gold is at an all-time high. So if you own any gold, maybe go sell it. I don't know. If you got any like physical gold chains or something. Oh, Johnny said Google stock, dude. This is one that I own. They're down 4% on the day. Look at this on the weekly chart. I don't know about you, but this weekly setup looks pretty bullish as long as Google bottoms out today. But anyway, check this out. The valuation is now at 19. I never thought I'd see Google back in the teen multiple. So you could get Google under a 20 PE, and the net income is still growing like crazy. The net income is 26 billion in the most recent quarter. Incredible. And they have so many mini businesses inside one. Like they own Android, they own YouTube, Google Cloud. They have their own quantum chip. They own Waymo. So Google is just such an innovative company, and they have Gemini. So, yo, Blue 4140, what up, dude? He said super microcomputer. Look at that. If we go to our Weeble portfolio, super micro is actually up on the day, 0.3%. So not bad. On a day where a lot of tech stocks are collapsing, super micro is actually up on the day. This one's kind of like a swing trade for me. They're trading at 15 times net income, so a pretty fair valuation. But yeah, I wouldn't put a huge chunk of my portfolio with that one. Yeah, you Catherine, we are losing money right now. This is not good. Yeah. My portfolio, what are we down on the day? We're down 2.26% on the day. I haven't had a day like this in a long time. Every stock that we own is down on the day. Or let me check the Roth IRAs. The only stock up is Kroger. This is what I was saying about Kroger. They're like a recession resilient play, dude. Kroger and McDonald's, they do well in recessions. Yeah, Chris Greenfield, what up, dude? Getting crushed. I feel you. Yo, XDab said Costco. So we just looked at Kroger. I also own Sprouts Farmers Market, but I can look at Costco as well. The reason they kind of gap down right here is because they're trading at a high valuation. And like, look at this. If we go to the PE, they're trading at a 54 PE, which is way higher than the industry average. But this is why I think the stock fell. The net income is great, but it's only up 2.5% year over year. So that actually loses to inflation. But overall, they're such a profitable company. I love their business model, their subscription model. So Costco's one. Uh, I like to see the valuation come a little lower on them. That's why I just bought Kroger and Sprouts Farmers. They look better on a risk to reward, I think. Anyway, here's Hims and Hers right here. Yo, they're down 7% on the day. That sucks. This is such a high growth name. They have no debt, too. This is a debt free company. Look at the sales. Sales are at a new record, up 95% year over year. So, dang. The reason I think the stock is falling, they can no longer sell their highest margin weight loss prescription. The FDA said that you can't sell it anymore, unfortunately. So it's going to hurt their future growth. But they have no debt at all, and 300 million of cash, which is making interest as well. So not bad. Yo, Ding said TTD. Yo, this is an advertising company. This is the Trade Desk. And if you're wondering why did the stock just gap down, Netflix used to use the Trade Desk to find ads. Well, now Netflix just finds advertisers themselves, and they stopped using Trade Desk. So that did hurt them. So if we look at the sales, their most recent quarter was a great record quarter. Net income was 182 million. The net margin was a 25%. Incredible margins. So I do like the Trade Desk. Brandon said INTC or Intel. Are they up on the day? Let's see. Nah, they're down 3.75%. So anyway, um, Intel's new I want to read this. Intel's new CEO vows to compete with Nvidia's best AI server. All right. Anyway, here's the good news about Intel. They have a huge GPU market share, 65% GPU market share, but this is what sucks. Look at the free cash flow. They just lose a lot of money. Hey, what up, Easton? How's it going? Yeah, they're losing a lot of free cash flow every quarter and net income as well. So I just wouldn't. I'd rather own AMD than an Intel, or even like an Nvidia or an MU. So nothing's really blowing me away to really want to buy the dip on Intel. Let's see. Oh, Finn said APLD. Yeah, ABC, trust the process. So APLD is a stock that's actually owned by NVIDIA. So NVIDIA owns some individual companies, and one of the stocks that they own, APLD, is 17% of their portfolio. Yikes, they're down 8% on the day. Today's a good day to buy the dip if you have some cash on the side. Because here's the good news about APLD. Their cloud service revenue, look at this. It's up to a new record. A year ago it was, 2 million. Now it's 27 million. just in a short amount of time. So at this growth rate, what's it going to be next quarter? That's what I want to know. So yeah, they are kind of backed by Nvidia there, so that's cool. So, hey, yeah, so thoughts on AMD, yo. I do own that company, by the way, so I might be a little biased, but check this out. This is the stock that I'd rather buy than Intel right now, and they're also on a dip right now. So if you're looking for a stock to, add to while it's, on a downtrend, AMD might be the one. And here, I'll just show you the numbers for yourself so you can draw your own conclusion. Check this out. Look at that. Again, Intel had a 60% market share, but AMD is still a contender. 17% PC GPU market share. Yeah, Bill, advanced money destroyer. I feel you on that one. Look at this on a quarterly basis, though. The revenue is literally, this is just the data center revenue. It's up 69% year over year. So incredible data center growth on AMD. And if we go to the free cash flow, it was over $1 billion in the most recent quarter. The balance sheet's phenomenal. They have no net debt either. So I do own them, and I'm down bad on them. Check this out. You can see my average cost is at 124. Well, it's at $103 today. Yo, Reese Matthews. No way, dude. Thank you so much for the rose, man. I really appreciate you. Further analysis on APLD. Yeah, I'll try and give you a little bit more further analysis on APLD. Well, there is some kind of bad news about APLD. So check this out. I love the clouds. Like, here's their data center hosting business. It's actually down 4% year over year. So that's not really growing. But the cloud service revenue is. And but you also got to be careful. They're losing a lot of net income right now. They just lost 140 million in the most recent quarter. So I think it'll grow faster than Nvidia at this price. Yeah, I think so too, Easton. Because if you look at AMD's market cap in the top right, they're a $160 billion company. I could see AMD doubling to 300 billion before I see Nvidia doubling to. Look at that. Nvidia's worth 2.69 trillion. It's hard to see them double to a $5 trillion company before AMD for 300 billion. Anyway, yeah, I agree with you on that one. Yeah, hopefully that was helpful. I don't know about APLD. I apologize. That probably wasn't too helpful, but thanks again for the rose, dude. Thanks, Reese. Um, I think investors are rotating to consumer staples. Yeah, we're kind of seeing that in Kroger and McDonald's stock right now. I shorted Tesla at 270. Hey, yo, nice, Bill. Did you make any money on that? Is VUAA a good ETF? Well, I type in VUAA. I unfortunately cannot find that one when I type it in. So maybe it's like an index fund or something. GOGL. So you're probably talking about Golden Ocean. This is the shipping and logistics company, and they have an incredible dividend yield. Check this out. They have a 14% dividend yield. The payout ratio is a little high, 107%, but their dividend changes every quarter just based off how much net income they make. So yeah, if we go to their net income right here, it is down 32% year over year. Is that real? That is real. Yeah, wow. Oops. It's not great. So yeah, this company benefits from supply chain problems. So we want war, we want supply chain issues with GOGL, and you get the nice dividend. But they're kind of like a ZIM, a ZIM, but probably a little safer. Hey, DG, how's it going, dude? What do you think of JEPQ? Yo, out of all the covered call ETFs, JEPQ is in my top 3 favorite covered call ETFs. So actually owning this ETF, if you bought the peak up here, it was actually smarter than buying the QQQ because it's been selling calls on the QQQ. So you also get a monthly dividend. You get a monthly dividend with this ETF. It basically just sells calls on the Nasdaq, so it's a little less volatile, low beta. But you won't. Whenever we're in a bull market again, you don't really want to be selling calls on an asset that's growing so much. You'll miss out on a lot of gains. Um, Yo, when do you think Google will or Nvidia will recover? Yo, I don't know, dude. If I had a crystal ball, I would tell you for sure. But right now, if we there's a good chance that we're bottoming out right now. I don't know that. I hope so, but yeah. Let's see. Can Google reach 500 in the next couple years? Probably not. That's a 5x from here. But Google, with Google and like these mega caps, you buy them to like preserve your wealth. Like I'm not buying Google to hopefully double my money, triple my money. I'm just buying them for the consistency, the nice dividend growth, the buybacks. I should just get 7 to 8% of my money back a year with Google, and that's all I need. But I have some other stocks where I am going for the 4 or 5x, like a InnoData right here. This is a company I'm obsessed with, and I'm now down 7% on them. So I believe that one is an easy, like, great hold for the long run. Again, not financial advice. Let me just show you the numbers for yourself. You can draw your own conclusions. So what's cool about this company is InnoData, they have no net debt. So they have no debt. And 5 of the Magnificent 7 use InnoData. So the only ones that don't use it is Tesla and Apple. So Meta, Google, Microsoft, Nvidia all use this company's software. And look at their digital data solutions revenue. It's up 161% to a new record. Incredible. Their agility revenue is also up 25% to a new record. And the Synodex is up 15%. So anyway, this is just a growing company. So the sales are up 100%. Net income's over, or their net income positive now. They have no net debt. So that's what's cool about InnoData. Um, Hey Josh, hey, thanks so much for the follow, man. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, if y'all want to hit the follow button, we go live every day, twice a day. And I don't sell anything. I don't got a course book, Discord, WhatsApp, Telegram. I don't sell anything. Literally just on here give my opinion. But if you do want to support me, the best way is just to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm streaming right now on YouTube as well. So if you missed anything or want to replay the stream, head over to my YouTube channel. And say you came from the TikTok. I'd appreciate that. Anyway, someone said, yeah, Dash said SoFi stock. Yo, oh, Dab, underscore Dab. Thank you so much for the lightning bolt, dude, for the gift. Thank you so much, dude. So here's SoFi Technologies. Here's what I really like about this one. The valuation's a little high. So the valuation is still a little high on SoFi, but they deserve the high valuation. You know, they're a fintech, they have their own banking charter. Look at this. The financial services revenue is up 85%. That's incredible growth for their financial services. Their lending revenue, it's still growing 18% year over year, so that's nice. So yeah, SoFi is a great growth name. What's your opinion on Fubo? Hey, let's check out Fubo TV. Oh, and then we'll look at BMY. What's up, FM Invest? How's it going, dude? So yeah, here's Fubo TV. This is a $900 million company, and they just basically got acquired by Disney. So Disney owns 80% of the company, and uh, you're not. They lose net income every quarter. It doesn't really matter right now. I kind of own Disney, so that's my side of the bet. So Hulu and Fubo have now merged. So yeah. Oh, BMY stock. Yeah, BMY. This is Bristol Myers Squibb. Last time the stream ended exactly when I asked. Dang, hey, I got you, bro. Thanks for being here. So a Bristol Myers Squibb, this one has a nice dividend. Checked it out. You get a 4% dividend. And you see how the payout ratio says it's negative? That's actually because of a one-time adjustment. If we go to the net income right here, you see how it says minus 11 billion? Yeah, that was a one-time adjustment because if we go to the net income right here, it's not showing that. So anyway, um, they're making a lot of net income every quarter. Free cash flow is ridiculous. 4 billion of free cash flow. Their gross margins fell 20%. Yikes. So there is some bad news here, but how is this to an Eliquis? This must be some of their prescriptions. So that's up 11%. What about Opdivo? Up 4. Anyway, they're an alright one. Let's see. Do you like Baba? Hey, Fadi, thanks for the follow, man. That's a Chinese stock. You know, out of all the Chinese stocks, you know, Alibaba and Tencent are my two favorite Chinese stocks. But anyway, here's Alibaba right here. This is the basically Chinese Amazon. Let's see their active customers. So they have annual active customers of 903 million. So and if we go to the net income down here, it's pretty nice. They made 6 billion in the most recent quarter, 6 billion the quarter before. So they're just making an incredible amount of bottom line profits here. So yeah, let me know what you think about this company. They made literally 10 billion of free cash flow in the most recent quarter. So anyway, and the valuation's low. Where's the PE? Yeah, the PE's at 19. You know, that's kind of normal for Chinese stocks, so they're not bad. Uh, yeah, but I doubt EU defense stocks and Nvidia downloads. Oh, what up, Vikings? All my stocks are down. What do? I have 20. I have 20 pounds from 400. What do I? When do I sell? You know, I wouldn't sell anything. I'd be buying the dip today. You know, I not financial advice. You know, uh, what app is that? Oh yeah, Atari or Atai. This app I'm using is called Mumu. If you want to download it, it's in the link tree in my bio. It's the first link there. Yeah, this is where I like to park my idle cash. Like if you look in the middle of my screen, I got $960 of cash. Hey, I'm ready to buy the dip. But in the meantime, what's cool about this app is they give you the nice little interest on it. It's a free app, by the way. And look at that. You can track like Nancy Pelosi's portfolio. She's been buying Pan W and Disney, Comcast, PayPal. You see like Warren Buffett's holdings, Kathy Woods. Anyway, let's keep going here. Yeah, Pete, what up, dude? Yeah, I'm not really selling. I've not sold anything today, or I don't think I've sold any stock for a while. The most recent stock I've sold out of, or just sold at all, is Nike, and I feel bad selling this stock. No way, Nike's down another 3% today. Yo. So anyway, I sold all this company up here at $78, and with all the proceeds from Nike, I actually bought all with all the proceeds. I bought this stock right here. This is Amphenol Group. All right, let's see here. Um, can you check NXT? What is this one? So this is Next Tracker. So what's the market cap? So they're a $6.2 billion company. That's not bad. So well, let's see here. The PE is a 10, so they're trading at a low PE. Um, let's see. So the sales are down 5%, but mm, they're making a lot of net income. They're making over 100 million of net income every quarter. They might be in the oil and gas. No, they're in the solar industry. So they're a solar stock. I don't know. I'd have to do some more research on them. Nothing's really like blowing me away here. The PE is cheap. My solar stock, by the way, I do have some exposure to solar. Is in phase energy. Where is that? Yeah, we're actually up. That's one of the few stocks we're up on the day. In phase energy is up on the day, probably just because it's been beaten down so hard. This used to be a $340 stock. Now it's a 60. Um, let's see. I don't want to say it, but I think the sell-off will continue this week. Tariffs on April 2nd. Yeah, that maybe. Hey, the market always like prices things in. Hopefully it's priced in, but I don't know. So I just need tips on when to sell. If I do like Nvidia go back up for pounds, or if I was gonna sell a stock, like if I'm selling uh a company, I would want to buy another stock with the proceeds. Like I'm not just gonna sell a stock just to build up cash right now. I would be selling a stock to buy another great company. Like right now, dang, our portfolio is down 2.29%. Pretty much we're at a new intraday low right now. Every stock is down on the day in here. Absolutely crazy. So yeah. Yeah, good luck out there. Today is not good. Oh. So here's Elf Beauty stock. This is like a mixed bag right here. There's some really good news, but there's also some kind of bad news about this stock right here. So I'll go over the good news first. It's the incredible growth of their sales. So they're taking a lot of market share. Their sales are the sales are up 31% year over year to a new record. So incredible sales growth. And also, if we look at it on an annual basis, it's for the full year 2024, it's up 76%. So incredible sales growth. The net income. So here's the bad news. If we look at the revenue, it's up 31, but the net income is down 35. So that means their net margin is getting collapsed. So their net margin is only at 5% now. So I want to see margins come back to them, but I love the growth there. Yo, George, which exchange would you recommend? Yo, George, I would recommend this app right here. That's the one I use. It's called Mumu. If you want to download it, it's in the link tree in my bio. It's the first link there. I love all the analysis you can do on this app, and it's where I like to park my idle cash. It's a free app too. You don't have to pay any money or anything. No monthly fees. Um, uh, what would you buy now that's cheaper? Yo, I'm kind of waiting. Like if we go to actually here's the truth. If we go to my Robinhood portfolio right here, if it would load here, my Wi-Fi is slow here. Um, let's see. So yeah, we already at a new intraday low right now, but here's my total percent change in every stock. We're only down on Google right now. So I want to be like more red on a lot of these stocks before I really buy with a significant amount of more money. Because I wouldn't be shocked to see the market slowly keep on falling. Oh yeah, so we looked at Elf Beauty. All the beauty stocks aren't doing too good. So like here's East State Lauder. Look at this one. They're down bad since 2019, and that's because the fundamentals have collapsed. Unfortunately, it sucks. But I love the industries that they're in, like skincare, makeup, fragrance. These are all high margin industries. But if we look at the net income, unfortunately, their net income is now negative. They just lost nearly 600 million in the most recent quarter, so that is not good. So I'd like to see them get closer to profitability here. The Lau family is the largest shareholder, and Jane Lauder owns 6% of the company. Anyway, um, we're only in a 10% correction right now. Yeah, if you probably compare it to the peak of the S&P 500, yeah, I'd believe that. Thoughts on gold mining companies. Instead of owning the gold like miners, check out just gold, IAU. This is the asset you've kind of wanted to own, just literal gold. Why buy what why buy the miners? Just buy what they're mining. And literally gold is at an all-time high today. That kind of shows there's a lot of fear in the market. If gold's at an all-time high, that means there's currency collapse fears. So gold's doing great, dude. I wish I owned any. I don't have any gold. Um, let's see. By Mullen. Yo, what's up, Supa? What's Mullen? ISRG. Is that a ticker symbol? So here's Intuitive Surgical. Yeah, what up, P? He said Intuitive Surgical, so they sell like medical devices. So check this out. If we look at their instruments and accessories revenue, this is why they deserve the hype. Look at this. The revenue's at over 5 billion. Hey, what up, K dude? Look at this. The sales are up 23% year over year. Incredible sales growth, and that's their instruments. What about their systems? Their systems revenue just jumped up 36% year over year, and their services revenue is up 15. So nice. And their bottom line's incredible. They're making 600 million plus of net income a quarter. So they're cool. Yo, TikTok just said your live contains restricted goods. You are no longer being I might have to end the stream here. TikTok does not like me, guys. Um Buying the dip doesn't really work when the dip keeps on dipping, dude. That's so true. You know, uh you gotta be like, oh, wait, hold on. Look at Mullen right here. He said buy. I hope you didn't say buy Mullen. I feel bad if you own this stock. So look in the top right. Look at the market cap. This is what I don't believe. This whole company, the whole entire company of Mullen, is worth $400,000. You could buy the whole company for less than a house. So this company is bankrupt. They are already bankrupt. They're down 25% on the day. So remember how they were only worth 400,000? Well, they lost 100 million just today. So sold my Rivian today, up 8 all time. Hey, that's what's up, K dude. Nice. Um Let's see. Short Bitcoin. Yo, if you're short Bitcoin, I'm glad you said that. You can buy SBIT. Literally, this is just the inverse of Bitcoin. Whenever Bitcoin goes up, this goes down. So that's why this is up 7% on the day, because Bitcoin is down. So yeah, that this is like just an inverse Bitcoin ETF if you're bearish Bitcoin. Um Let's see. What do you think about WeRide? Yo, dude, WeRide, that's a stock owned by Nvidia. Check out this pump and dump right here. So WeRide, Nvidia took a stake into this stock right here, and on the news they rally up to $44, but now they're back down to 15. Anyway, this is a pure Chinese company. If we go to the markets, it's all China. Sales from autonomous vehicles. So they don't. What are their sales? So for the full year 2025, they're expected 140 million of sales, and then the next year 420. It's supposed to like 5x. So they have a lot of growth expected. So anyway, I don't know. They only have 19 million of sales now, but it says for the full year 2026 they're expected to make 400 million. So anyway, it's owned by Nvidia. It's like, I don't know. I'm just avoiding them. They lose a lot of money. Hey, thanks, Super Oliver. Yeah, I would yeah stay away from Mullen, to be honest with you. Nothing. They lose 100 million and they're only worth less than a million. All right, let's see. Yeah, what up, Silent? Yeah, we ride. I'd be very careful with them. Yeah, if I was gonna buy like, it's like all these these terrible EV stocks are in the toilet right now. Like, look at Lucid for example. This looks just like Mullen, because check this out. They're trending in the same direction. Look at this net income losses. Lucid literally lost $1 billion last quarter. They're losing over 500 million every single quarter of net income. So they're burning money and they're diluting you. Lucid has diluted you by 30% when it was at $3 a share, just in the past year. So anyway, I'd be careful with them. Uh, yeah, China stocks are down big time since the tariffs. Yeah, some of them are doing good. Actually, look at Tencent. This is my favorite Chinese stock. This company owns PUBG. It's like a video game. They also own Fortnite. They own 50% of Fortnite. They're a $600 billion company trading at 22 times net income. This is my personal favorite Chinese stock. Yeah, they're an advertising company as well. And then there's Alibaba. This is my other favorite one. This is like the Chinese Amazon, Alibaba. They're cool. Fortnite, baby. Yeah, what up? I think it's normal to a few risky positions. They should be more than 20. Yeah. Honestly, ready to not look at the market for 2 months. Hey, yeah, go take a vacation and then open the Robinhood portfolio in a couple months. The dip will have never happened. Yeah, it's rough. We're down 2% on the day in this account. We go to our Robinhood account. We are down look at that right now. New intraday low. We're down 2.5% on the day. So, dude, Google. I don't know what to do. I mean, Google is at an incredible valuation where the risk to reward is just like a no-brainer. Like, this is not financial advice, but if you do not own Google individually, just go buy one share. This is so. not financial advice, but I mean like Google, they're just like, oh. Anyway, TikTok has my stream restricted right now because of regulated goods content. Your live is it says your your live contains themes that some may find uncomfortable and has now been restricted. So anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna be live later today for sure. I appreciate y'all being here. How do you build these watch lists? No, hey, Ty, if you're talking about this right here, this is part of the Moo app. If you want to download this app right here, it's called Moo. It's in the link tree in my bio. You can see like Nancy Pelosi's holdings, Warren Buffett's, all that stuff. So yeah, if you want to download this app, it's in the link tree in bio, first link. It's where I like to park my idle cash. Like if you just want to hold on to some cash, this is where I like to park it. It's a free app, earns you the nice 4.10% yield. But yeah, did I buy any dips? I have not bought anything today. So today I have not bought anything yet. I do have cash. Like I have $900 of cash, but it's not juicy enough yet. I need markets to go just the tiniest bit lower. Like I was buying stocks just a couple weeks ago lower than where they are today. Like Amphenol Group, we're still up 10% on this stock. I want to see Amphenol Group back under $60. Um, or like a Comfort Systems. This one might buy the dip even more on this company. They're great. Anyway, I gotta go now. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you on the next one. Good luck out there. The markets